Hey, hello. There's a little delay. Hi, everyone. This is Michelle for Casa Elm, located in central Mexico. I am super excited to be here tonight to talk to these beautiful ladies. But before we jump into that, if you are new to my channel, I basically have lived in San Miguel de Allende, which is in central Mexico, for over 6 years, and for the last 3 years or 4 years actually, I've been helping people
Live in the present without worries, having time to enjoy your life each day. One-stop banking from Intercam Banco presents insurance options, everything you need.
we're getting the commercials. Getting the commercials that the audience gets. So
Oh, okay. I'm like, what is that?
yeah, because I had
Okay.
another window open. So anyway, I'm back. I was on such a good roll, right? So anyway, I help people who are interested in relocating or just exploring San Miguel de Allende. I love living in Mexico. It's been really a positive experience for me and my son. I can't imagine being anywhere else in the world. I can't even say, anywhere else, just anywhere else in the world as far as living. I'm very content here. I'm very satisfied. And I think that the spirit of Mexico really fits me and how I am and all the things I want to explore and see. It's just a part of the journey that I'm very excited to have been able to really get the confidence to share with other people. And now here I am, fast forward these 6+ years, and there's Casa Elm, boutique guest house, and all the things. And it's just really beautiful to see these three ladies and so many others in our community, people in our community that have made this leap. It's a big leap, it's a big thing. There's a lot of steps and processes involved, but everyone's doing it, right? We're all like here, they're doing it, they're getting integrated with the community. So I wanted to bring tonight's real life stories, that's the title, from other expats and not just me talking about whatever. I really wanted to bring on people that have recently moved here so you guys can ask them questions in the audience. Hi, Shauna, I just want to say welcome. Thank you. Yes, we are all goddesses, including you. Thank you very much. We do that. So without me talking too much, I want to say make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you subscribe. And of course, check out Casa Elm, casaelm.com. Go to the events page to see all of the cool things that are happening there. You can do an experience. You can just come as a regular guest. You can be part of a relocation tour, whatever it is that you're interested in doing. In SMA, this is to me, the soft landing experience. Where you come and you're just, welcomed into the community. It's easier, it makes life easier. And yeah, San Miguel's special that way, but Casa Elm is really here for that purpose. So I want to say, this is Miss Dahlia here on my left. I don't know how it appears to you all.
Right?
And top on our top is April for me, and on my right hand side is Tam, and I'll let them kind of introduce themselves. We'll kind of go around this way because that's the way it appears for me, and like let you know a little bit about themselves, where they're from, their story, and then if you have questions for any of us, feel free to go ahead and ask that in the chat. Yeah. So
Great, thank you, Michelle.
welcome.
It's great to be here again. This is my third time, but this time I actually have moved here. I've been here for a week now, and of course, never wanting to leave Casa Elm, but trying to locate, accommodation. So I'll tell you a little bit about my journey getting here. I've always been looking at, for many years, a place that I would want to live outside of the United States to retire. I looked a lot in Europe and other places that are highly recommended by International Living. And I eventually settled on San Miguel because it does have that European flavor as well as the rich heritage of the Mexicans. But I was living on a tiny little island in the Caribbean which is part of the Grenadine chain of islands, working with a huge resort type membership based organization. And I just happened upon Michelle. You know, I've been watching all the wonderful ladies talking about Mexico or relocation or, you know, Exodus Summit, but I'd not seen Michelle before, and something just clicked. So I participated in one of her
Relocation.
yes. So we were, you know, I still felt that great energy and decided to come for relocation, and that was September of last year. And I came, and it was indeed a soft landing. It was just lovely. Being here, I felt completely at home and totally fell in love with San Miguel. I mean, the people are friendly, they're warm. You know, we all have a little bit of fear, I think, because of language barrier. And I've always told myself, oh, you're not good at languages, but you know what, I'm going to learn. And I didn't make that stop me. I planned to come later on in the year, but July 1st, a hurricane catapulted me out of the island. We had Hurricane Beryl, and I just thought that this was the time. You know, don't delay it anymore. Go for your dream, go for your plan. And so I arrived on the 30th of September. Met a lot of other lovely ladies here as well. You know, there's always a group of beautiful human beings that I meet here. The spirit of those hearts, whether they're moving or they're just looking for the first time. And all I can say is this is a place to come if you want that soft landing. And you said earlier something about a warm hug, and in my interview with you before, in September, I said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not just a soft landing, but it feels like a warm hug. So look, if you're looking to go somewhere, you know, amazing, beautiful, historical, this is a place to be, and I'm just happy to be here.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Michelle. We also have similar backgrounds. Her parents are Jamaican.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Jamaica, and as I said earlier to you guys, I've lived now this is the 5th country I will be living in, and just ready for what comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. I'm excited for her to be back. She's been here 3 times in the last year, and this is her 3rd and final I'm living here now. So it makes my heart really happy, but it makes me proud as well.
Can I just mention one other thing? Because of Michelle's relocation package, I was able to get my permanent residency in 1 week. After I left here, went to Miami, in 1 week, I got it. So if I didn't have that guidance and was out there just trying to figure it out myself, all of this would not have happened. But it was such a smooth, easy process because of the professionals that she provides us with when we come on these relocation tours. I thought I'd add that in because it's a very important part.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'll tell you the short version of her story. Coming to the relocation tour last September, I was just moving from a different place into Casa Elm because I had other people here physically, and then I would just come like during the day, man the things, take people to, you know, see San Miguel and kind of be like the tour guide and the host or whatever. But I wasn't physically living here at the time, like when I first got the place. And so last year I made kind of a rush decision. Okay, I'm gonna move. It was the end of August. And I said, I have a little bit of downtime because I didn't have a person signed up for September relocation. So I said, okay, I have 3 weeks before my retreat, which was the end of September. And I like got all the things in, and I was in my mind like, okay, I'm gonna organize, I'm gonna get this done and get everything set up downstairs and la 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 la. And then like a day later, I see that this person is coming to the relocation tour, and I had to do a double take because most everybody else has like, you know, they put the deposit and they kind of take their time or whatever. And I said, wait a minute, I think this was the lady that was on the webinar like a few days ago. And and it was just really beautiful because it was the first time that I was living here and I had a guest. and our interaction felt so natural. It felt like I'd known her for a long time. She reminds me a lot of my aunt. Just, her spirit and our conversations, and her and Micah got along really well. So for me, it was really the start of something really beautiful in terms of me being in the house and having, the guest around me and me around them, right? And I think that in this last year, I've had so many repeat clients, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, like, it's been such a beautiful experience, and we talked about that last night. So that's all I wanted to say about her story. It's like she came home pronto. It was like, okay, you got 2 days, and she's here. She's gonna be here in 2 days.
Don't mess with the universe.
That's right. It was lovely. All right, I want to say welcome to the people in the chat. Hi, sorry, we're over here having a good old time. Hi, Kim, welcome from DC. Hi, Kevin. I think you wrote me a message today. Welcome from Dallas. Hi, Nettie. There's Nettie. Nettie's on. She's the one that's helping us. Bless. Thank you so much. We appreciate all your help.
She's the best.
Yeah. Hi, Dee. How are you? Have a good evening. Hi, Daphne. I know you're coming to our upcoming thing in October in a few weeks. So I'm excited. Yeah, she's going to be here too. Butterfly Effect, welcome. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a while. Glad that you're here tonight. And Cheryl, hi Cheryl. Thank you. Cheryl's been here. And the last person I want to say, I don't want to mess up your name, Oleinka. I hope I said that correctly. Okay. All right, so we'll let April jump in and tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey, and your recent decision to come.
Yeah, so my name is April. People call me Prill. And let's see, I guess in a nutshell, I was a teen mom. I got pregnant at 16, have my son at 17. We went off to college at 18. And because I was a single mom and moved thousands of miles away from my family, I was working really hard in school for almost a whole decade straight, full time. And I just learned how to just go hard. And Michelle, we've talked about this before, but it's like something kicks in and you have to provide for your child. And if that means you have to work, 4 jobs or whatever, so be it. And I just got so used to going and working hard and working all these long hours. But the older my son got, the more I worked. Because I was so young when I had him, I did not have an identity as like an adult woman. And then especially being one in corporate, just again, a workaholic. I worked as a coping mechanism. I worked to soothe me. I worked because I thought in any downtime, like, oh man, I could be doing something else. And I did not know how to rest. I did not know how to relax. I had no boundaries. I said yes to everything because I would feel so bad. And about a year and a half ago, I'm done doing this. I started working with my therapist towards developing those boundaries, left my job and really to get to know myself and be to the point where I do not feel guilty doing for me. And this year, okay, get it together. So this year, yeah, it just seems like I've been here forever. But this year I went to Michelle's retreat that is, I think, a 5 or 6 day retreat at Casa Elm. It's called Peace Not Pieces. And I don't have words to describe it besides amazing, but I knew that it was going to change my life. I attended the webinar with Iona. If she's watching, hey, Iona. And as she was talking, I just got like goosebumps. And I'm like, this is what I need. Because I knew that I was going to leave Phoenix. I knew that I was going to go somewhere in the world. And I wanted to have that peace to just usher me into this new, era of my life. So I came there. Look, did I make it upstairs? Yes, I did. I think I didn't. Okay, I started crying when I got.
not to put your business on the street.
Girl, no, it was just like
And it
I
was so
walked in and
sweet.
instantly I just felt like, whoa. It was just like that is where I was supposed to be. And when I decided to go to the come to Michelle's retreat, every single day it just felt like it was like a magnet. And when I finally like crossed the threshold, I realized that I hadn't been breathing. You know, obviously I was breathing, but it was just like whoosh. I just took like I could breathe in San Miguel. I could breathe at Casa Elm. And yeah, I just like burst into tears because I had never experienced anything like that before. And I remember Michelle, she hugged me and I didn't stiffen up, I didn't pull away. I am the one who always holds space for other people. So to have someone instinctively that I allowed to just hold space for me in that moment is always, you know, I told Michelle she is like a core memory. Staying at Casa Elm is, you know, it's like before San Miguel and then after my life after San Miguel. So as we were talking before we went live, I think maybe it was a couple days into the retreat, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need a realtor. I'm like, let me just look around a little bit, and Michelle gave me a realtor, and here I am around the corner
Yeah,
in my
literally.
home. Yeah, and also as you mentioned, she did link me up with a woman named Sonia Diaz, who is the plug. I'd already gone to the embassy in Phoenix, so she just said what to send her. She had the package, she had the paperwork. It is worth I believe it is worth investing in yourself, investing in your even goals or your plans, so that you're not just running around all over the place, spending time, money, energy. If you could just have someone who is able to assist you, as you have done with me, Michelle. Even when I was staying there, she was just telling me all the time. I'm like, I will book a consultation. Like I felt so bad. Like she was just putting me on to everything. I'm like, I'll book a consultation. And then when I did, it was just like, yeah. So I recommend not only Peace Not Pieces, I recommend the relocation tour. I recommend her sabbatical program. I recommend if you just come and stay. I also recommend, let me go ahead and put a plug in here, that you attend the Move to Mexico Summit that will be coming up. And I'll let Michelle, I'm not trying to steal your thunder, but the value of the women, and I believe you have a man coming, but yeah, okay, as long as he act right. But no, I'm just playing. But the value of people, this is not just for San Miguel, it is people that are coming from all over Mexico, and that to me is the best bang for your buck is to attend, yeah, Move to Mexico. Okay, I'm done talking now.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a pleasure, honestly. Again, I'm very proud of you that you also, I feel like all of the people that have been here either through in some way, whether it was vacation, one of my things, and the ones that have made those decisions to come, I feel like it's just so laser sharp, they're like, okay, I'm doing this and I'm gonna get this, and you're here, and although I want to say that we all have our challenges, but I feel like it's been so beautiful to kind of sometimes be a little bit more on the outside looking into each life that has been changed and enhanced by this new chapter, and just being able to be a part of that story in any way, even if it's a small sentence, like someone said, I watched your video and they did it on their own. It doesn't matter. The point is that you did it. And I just think that that's beautiful. So I'm proud of you too. I just feel like you all are my little chicks. And I love it. I love it. Hi, Iona.
Iona. Okay, let me calm down. Sorry.
Hi, how are you? Welcome, Andy, again. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I don't think so. Okay, so let's introduce Tamara.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tamara, but call me Tam, and I am so happy to be here with you all. I was actually a part of the most recent September relocation tour, and it was an instant sisterhood. We've never met before, but we immediately bonded. Marcia, Shantavia, I miss you. Can't wait to see you all back in San Miguel. So I also highly recommend the relocation tour, coming, checking out San Miguel, being at Casa M, having that true soft landing spot like you've heard before as well. This was the perfect opportunity for me to get my temporary residency. I actually started this process a year ago in a consultation with Michelle. So highly recommend the consultation, getting all of the tea so that you can get yourself together, get the temporary residency, get all the things that you need so that when you get here, you can hit the ground running. And that's exactly what I was able to do. So much like April, I actually started working with a real estate agent that I was connected to by Michelle. So Bobby, the prepared agent, found the perfect place today. So excited,
Yay!
Bobby and Louise. So getting that in the works and getting up and running. So what can I say? Work with Michelle. She's going to help you get everything together, and then you can come and be a part of the sisterhood and the tribe.
Yeah, absolutely. So welcome, our most recent transplant, right? Yeah, no, I'm very proud of you. I mean, we did a consultation. It still doesn't seem like a year ago. The time went by very quickly. What I loved was she was just so like accurate about her plan. She was just like, I'm coming next September. I'm moving there. You know, she kind of gave me like her info, the lay of her, lay of the land for her situation. And she's like, I've never visited before. So it does, people do that. I just want to say that if it just feels right to you, I've had several clients that just really and truly were drawn to San Miguel, and they just, you know, made the plan, got their things together, and came down. So I'm very excited for you. Tell us where you're from.
Thank you.
If you
So
want
I
to.
am from Columbus, Ohio.
Stop it. Sorry. Sorry.
Yes, I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I lived abroad before, and that's why I knew I wanted to be abroad
That's right.
again. Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that part. Yeah.
We talked real quick. When we were at the game night, Tam, you mentioned that, and I was like, oh, my grandmother lives in Gahana. So I just forgot. Like, it was an instinct to be like, stop, you know. So that came out. Keep me in your prayers, y'all. Okay.
So, yeah, so far, like, tell me how it's going. Like, what are, you know, each of you can tell me individually, but what are maybe some of the challenges, the first kind of initial, you know, well, before we talk about that, I want to talk about the group that came with Tamara, because they were literally like this, and I'm not exaggerating. It was just an instant chemistry. Marcia, Shantavia, and Tam, they just hit it off, and I just love seeing them all together. And then the ladies that are here now, these two
Yeah.
beautiful women. And we also have two additional guests that are here for the sabbatical. So we're like fully booked. But it's been really beautiful just to kind of, you know, see them doing their thing. I always create like a WhatsApp group so we're all kind of in communication. But, you know, I'm also with them, but not all the time, but we're all kind of like, you know, cook a dinner. Maybe they go out and do their little thing. They had a temescal in the group the other day. We went out last night. You know, it's just really beautiful to just have that interaction right off the top, where you don't feel like a fish out of water, right? You're not like, oh, I'm by myself. So the September relocation tour, which ended about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, these three ladies over here, not well, Tam was one of them. The other two ladies are now back home, but one is actually coming back. She's also getting her residency, and she'll be back in a few months. It was just beautiful to see, and then, you know, to have like that kind of group dispersed. She's still here, and then the new, it's like they're right back together doing their thing. So it's just a beautiful thing, and I just wanted to kind of talk about that a
Yeah.
little bit. So with the challenges, tell me what is kind of like the thing maybe that jumps out in your mind in this moment, like what's going on or what has come up. Because I know all three of you are really recently new here. April's been here the longest, which is only July. So,
Well, I can go.
got to give the black and white on everything.
Yeah. So the language was not necessarily a huge barrier for me. Um, but there are plenty of things that I don't understand. And I don't like feeling dumb, and sometimes I feel dumb here. So it really is, I guess, like reassessing or being introduced to some new, I don't like emotional challenges, for lack of better terms, and just things that I have to move past. Like, I know I'm not stupid. I speak a lot of Spanish. No, like Webster's sends me an email every day of a word of a day, and I don't know, it's been like 5 or 6 years. Every single day, it's a word that I don't know. So don't put the pressure on myself and just talk like a child. We understand babies. They point, well, toddlers, let's say, they point, they say like broken words, like, I just started doing that until, things started coming back to me. I don't have a car, so that's been like an unexpected challenge. Even though I really didn't go places a lot in Phoenix, it still is like weird that I don't have, like, I can't just go outside and hop in a car. Also, when I made a video about this, I had like a crisis of faith, okay? When I realized, like, I started freaking out. Even though I planned to have a housekeeper, I planned to have a chef, I knew I had a pool. Like, I was looking so forward to this, just, living lavish and doing it for me, not for anybody else, but for me. And I would not let the housekeeper go in my bedroom. I wouldn't let her take the trash out. I wouldn't let her do the laundry. Like, I felt like, like, just people were like touching my stuff. And in that moment, that's what I could control. So that really has been, I guess, the largest challenges for me are just having that growth spurt, just being here, like an emotional growth spurt, and giving myself grace, and just like everything's gonna be fine, just staying in a place of peace. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we all have different things. When I first came, I thought it would be very easy to just, unpack my boxes, put stuff on the walls, paint, organize, clean, make it homey, which I did. But there's still all of the exterior things, figuring out where to pay bills, how do I get the bill? If I download the app, everything is in Spanish, and how can I, like, how can I understand it? Because you don't want to set up a transfer, send money, and it's like you're not sure if it works. And it's like, at least in, the US, when you can speak the language, you can say to the person, all right, I'm going to send you $1 as a test, right? But when you're doing things here, it's sort of like, oh, did I do it correctly? And you have to find the people who can help you, through those things. So I think that a lot of challenges will continue to come, even still for me now, 6 years later, having a business, like, that's a whole other beast, and yeah, just understanding things better and how things work, and speaking to the right people, and then hoping you're getting the right information. So, but yeah, and Kevin, I'll address is it just a sisterhood? No, you brothers just need to get up and get on a plane and come on down.
Hello.
I have it's a sisterhood, because the
We
sisterhood
could
kind
use
of,
more black men down here that
yeah,
are not married. Hello.
it's not just, it's open to all,
Yeah.
but this is who comes and supports and shows up. So, I'm here to support anyone who's looking to try to move, relocate, or anything along those lines. They just want to check out San Miguel. The soft landing is applicable to all. We've had, couples, we've had guys stay here as well, but yeah, not as many, I guess, are picking up. So feel free to bring the brotherhood down. We're open to
Yeah.
it, you know. Yeah, some of
And the
us.
black men get together here, you
Yeah,
know.
there is a Brothers of SMA group. You know, I don't know what the membership is there in terms of how many people are part of it or men are part of it, but they've done some really cool events in the past year, some jazz and things like that. So they're here. You know, I think it's just not the same abundance of, you know, brothers that are coming on their own. So feel free to start that trend. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll definitely support it. So tell me what you feel currently maybe are some of your challenges, because I know you've only been here for a little bit.
Yeah, just a little over a week. One day, today, over a week.
Yeah.
Well, I think my experience of living in a number of places, I lived on ships as well, and I was in human resources, that's my background, coaching and human resources. And, you know, so I worked with over 68 nationalities. And boy, I had to be that, even though I didn't speak their language, I have a very good sense of people and what it is that they need. So I was always the translator to the captains and the staff captains. This is not what they're saying. This is what they, you know, they're wanting, or this is what they need. And then I lived in two other Caribbean, I'm from Jamaica, I don't know if I'd said that, but I lived in two other Caribbean countries, and I just, you know, left an island of 1,500 people. We can't drink the water just like here, so we drink bottled water. Light goes off from time to time. The water, you can't get it. You know, just maybe two stores, two shops on the island. Everything has to be shipped in. So I think for me, I've had some good experience that allows me to segue into those challenges that might come because I have dealt with it before. I think for me, the main issue is language again, you know, because I'm seeing some houses right now and I'm like, I want to just pick up the phone and say, hey, I want to come see the house. And I'm trying to communicate and using Google Translate and whatever, and it just doesn't seem to be working. So I think for now that would be it, but I am not a person who goes anywhere and try to change the culture or the people. I try to assimilate, and everywhere we go where we can learn something that enhances us and share. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I am sure I'll have my frustrations too, because like April, I'm a lady. Even if I don't go anywhere, I want my car parked. I think it gives us a certain sense of security.
Yeah.
Jump in that car and take off.
Yeah, freedom.
But my intention at the moment is not to get a car yet. You know, it's not, I'm not writing it off. But I think I want to get really comfortable, find the right place to live, know my way around a bit more before I, you know, make that decision. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to, you know, being here, and I'm sure I'll get frustrated some days because it's human.
It's normal.
And
That's
it's
life.
normal, you know, so,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't been here that long yet, so I'm just enjoying it all. And of course, Michelle provides a little bit of a buffer, you know, so that helps in the transition and getting someplace of your own. Then when you have to deal with the bills and the lights and the water and getting things turned on and getting things fixed, then I think then is when it gets a little.
It's extra. It is extra. So, and how about you, April?
Well, you already asked me. It's Tam's turn, is it not?
Okay, sorry.
No,
That's okay. I wasn't trying to sound sassy. My bad if it came out that way. No, no, no.
I know we haven't, well, I've been sipping mine just a little hangover from last night.
yeah, for me, really, it's been a great experience so far. But that's because of the planning and the preparation, getting started a year in advance, and really just reaching out for that help and seeing, okay, where are my weaknesses? So it's been a while since my university Spanish class. I know that I'll need help with a facilitator, all those things. So actually reaching out, getting that help, and making sure that those things are in place, lining them up, and really just getting single threaded where I can. That's been a great help to me. For me, my challenges are really the challenges that I had in the States, so that work-life balance. So that's why I'm really excited about being here, so that I can reach out and get that help with the things that I don't need to do, the things that I can delegate,
Yeah.
so that I can build in that work-life balance.
Absolutely. And, I want to say too, okay, thanks, Kevin. He's like, will do. Bring it on down. I want to say too that, San Miguel and Mexico in general has been very well known for a place people go to just retire, mostly like foreigners, or, a short snowbirding kind of thing if they had that kind of lifestyle. But it's quickly changing. I really feel that San Miguel's landscape, especially within the Black community, is quickly changing. There's a younger demographic of folks that are here, people that can work, in another country with their job. And what I love about it is, and I said it earlier when we were chatting a little bit, I was just like, I love that the community here is, full of people that are, they have all these different interesting backgrounds, but it's like we kind of come together on some kind of common thread, right? Whether it's just a like-minded type of thing, or we've traveled, or we've been to other places, and it's just one of those places where you can connect with people that you can have great conversation with, right? You can sit down and it's not like petty, and it's not superficial. It's really, we enjoy each other. We enjoy the things that San Miguel offers. Just, getting out there, we're planning for tomorrow for a wine tasting for the ladies to enjoy. Just things like this, where I think in the past, in my scenario, it's like I enjoyed a lot of the things that I do in San Miguel when I went on vacation, and here it's like, it's just a part of everyday life, like you said, getting help. So your quality of life is a little bit better. So I love that we have access to those things. Yeah, it's been really beautiful.
Yeah.
You want to add anything?
I just want to, what Tam was saying over there about planning, because I have come back here almost exactly 1 year. And I had some goals that I wanted to meet. One was huge for me, which was to get out of debt. I did not want to come here with debt. I didn't want to have to be worrying about, credit card bills, this, that, kind of the other. So I gave myself that year to make sure I paid all my debt, and that I didn't have to think about that once I got here. I also, knew, okay, this is the time I'm giving my job, but then the hurricane came and it kind of speeded it up a little, because my next visit was really supposed to be for the meetup on the 24th of October through the 28th. So I'd already paid for that and planned to come, and then figured after the meetup would be my time to move here. And then July 1st came, Beryl came visiting and speeded up everything. But the planning is important. But, as much as you plan, don't delay, living the life that you want to live. Okay? Because nothing is going to be perfect. It's not all going to be, exactly as you would hope it would be. Just don't delay. Life is short. And, go for your joy, and be willing to just embrace other experiences and cultures, because the people here are welcoming and kind. I go to the market, I have no idea, and I literally give them my calculator and tell them to put the price in because I'm not sure what the money, and they write it down and they smile, and they treat you well. So
they're like, she doesn't know, so we're gonna charge her just a little bit more. It's normally 200, but I'm gonna put 300.
But I watch
What's the translation fee?
first. But it's all of that kind of thing. People have different reasons why they think they can't be here or they can't make it. But I still say reach out for the help, the professional help. that is going to take a weight off your shoulder, and you're going to get good guidance and help. And everybody's willing to help you.
Yes.
You know, I've met so many wonderful people who went through Michelle's program, who are in town living now, and everybody's just so kind, you know. I'm looking for a place this morning already. You sent me one,
Oh, yeah,
you know.
from Terry.
Yeah, from Terry. That was last night, you know,
Yeah.
and she sent an ad, you know. So everybody's just willing to give you a hand, and
True.
that's kind of not what it's like in Miami, Florida. So yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah.
Happy to be
I
here.
agree. I agree. I mean, I think that's the biggest draw is the community, you know, and that's all of the community. That's like most of the people who live in San Miguel, whether they're Mexicans or foreigners. It's just, I feel that we actually adopt the Mexican culture. And I was talking earlier I was on an interview earlier with Tracy, and we were saying that, you know, as brown and black people in general, and this is not to exclude anyone in the audience, but we're used to, or we have gone away from, but, you know, for sure in the islands, you know, this is the vibe, you
Yeah.
know, there's that whole community thing where, you know, it's the aunt, the uncles, and the whomever, grandma and grandpa, you know, they help each other. And I feel that coming here, when we initially get here, we're not expecting that, because I wasn't expecting it at all. I mean, I was expecting the Mexican kindness, but I wasn't really expecting the support from the broader sense, because I wasn't used to that. That's not how I was living in the United States. And so having all the benefits of things being more economical, but also, like you said, being able to spend my time elsewhere because I can afford to get help for the things that are time draining. And then getting like the integration into the community and the warmness and all the things, it was just such a value add that I was not anticipating. And I just really felt like, okay, my decisions to move here with my child really made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, really made a lot of sense. So, yeah.
And now everybody wants to come and visit. I have two grown sons, by the way, so I am a mom, a grandma as well, and everybody's happy for me and can't wait for me to get my house so they can come visit.
Yes. By the way, her son is a famous writer.
Yeah, my
She's
son
all about-
writes. He lives in California, and my other son lives in Pittsburgh. Just moved there actually in August. Wanted to get out of the Miami vibe. Raise his daughter somewhere a little quieter with a good school system.
I
So
understand that.
yeah, so they moved to Pittsburgh. Yeah. So lots of family, lots of friends from all over the world, and you know, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of people coming.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, April, tell us a little bit about like your experience just trying to like get stuff for your home. I know that
Oh, Lord.
that's a little bit of a challenge. I mean, yeah.
So there are plenty of furniture stores, you know, between San Miguel, Querétaro, you know, that are within like an hour's drive. However, they're like almost sitting on the floor, and they're not like the quality that I have at, you know, home. Like I can't have a home with just like some cheapy furniture. When you sit down, you hear cracking underneath and stuff. So because of what, because of what I want, it has to be custom made. So my sofa, I think it took like a couple months. My dining room furniture and my bar stools, there's nothing there. That's the light. They are supposed to be delivered on Friday. That has taken, I think I got went to the showroom there, and then, oh, okay. Got some loose hair coming up. My hair is everywhere. Look, if you need some DNA, just start sweeping. It'll show up. But the table, chairs, all being, like handmade, like custom made, because it is not necessarily available, like readily available here. Maybe if I lived in like Guadalajara or for sure like Mexico City, some of the larger cities. So that is something that was like, like I didn't think I would have to wait this long, and it is coming from a mill outside of Guadalajara, as a matter of fact. So it has to travel several hours to get here. But yeah, and then just like, okay, I'm used to Amazon Prime, and my Amazon Prime does not work here. I could get the other Amazon Prime, but I typically buy more things when I go back, for my little, like every 4 or 6 weeks to Phoenix. But knowing that I just don't have things like readily available, or if I do order something from the US, like you have to look, is Mexican Amazon a better deal, or is it a better deal to order it off US Amazon and then have it sent in? Like the stores, just for like odds and ends, like I have yet to find a good, not a strainer, but like a colander, like a big one. I have like little strainers. I had to go to Sam's or Costco to get my microwave. Like I'm paying a lot more just in travel time, the money that I pay the driver, and buying things there because it's available. So yeah, it's not, I mean, if you don't want like custom made furniture, you'll be fine. Because again, there's consignment, there's so many places that come furnished. So you don't even need furniture. But for someone who is choosing like a little, something extra, be prepared for a few months. I think July, the end of July, and it is almost mid-October. So just be prepared. Things don't, like how you mentioned island time, like everybody is just like, I'll get there when I get there. I'll bring it. But yeah, that's been my challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I can say, listening to that, I totally understand, and it's relatable because I think, and it's funny because I'm listening to you and I feel that I was weaned off of Amazon because we're weaned off of our conveniences. There are a lot more conveniences in the United States or living in the United States than there are here in San Miguel. We've been talking
Yeah.
about San Miguel. You can get a lot of things fast and quick, probably in, like you said, Mexico City. Guadalajara is a big city or a city type place in Mexico. But when I first came, it was the same because I was so used to just, anything that popped in my head, right? Whether it was even just a hairpins. I'm like, oh, I don't have to go to the store for that. I can order this, I can order that. I remember when I discovered that Walmart started delivering just things, and because I used to, I'm gonna, I hated going to Walmart. I'm just gonna say it. I really didn't
That's
like.
how I feel about La Comer and the bodega place. Go ahead.
I did not like going to Walmart in the US, especially the one that was kind of close to where I lived. It just wasn't my vibe. The people and the experience was very, just people not very friendly and whatever. When I discovered I could order online, just basic like, oh, I need detergent, I'm gonna get this and that. And I was just like, oh, I don't have to go to the store anymore. So then suddenly there was this whole other thing that was super convenient. And then with Amazon, they've amped up over the years, and it's just like you said, Prime, it's quick, all the things. I didn't even know they had an Amazon.com.mx right away. I just discovered this maybe halfway into my 6 years of living here. And I said, oh, I wonder what that's like. And I discovered it when I got Casa Elm because I needed some things. And I said, okay, let me check. The point is that I remember always feeling like I can't get, like you said, the odds and the ends, and it's a lot more work. It definitely is something that I think for me has really created the time to think about, do I really, really need this right now. It's not about not just wanting or whatever, but just saying like you find other ways to make it, because I want people to understand you can get the things or some of the things, it's just more work. And that's the, to me, that's the distinct difference is you can get stuff, it's just a lot more effort that has to go into it. And it does make you kind of stop and think, well, let me make sure, like for another example I want to give about the Mexican version of Amazon, which has gotten better. When I first got the space, I was like, you know what? I want wall lamps. And they'll show you the picture of the wall lamp, and I'm just assuming it was whatever I needed. And I said, then I was gonna order like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 sets. They were 2 in a pack. And I said, just get one and make sure you like it. And I'm so glad I did, because in the photo, it showed the lamp with an actual cord. But when it came, it was one without the cord. It was one you had to hardwire.
Oh,
Stuff like that, okay,
no.
where the description is not, it's just not as clear and whatever. So it sort of like makes me really go through and
attention.
really, yeah, you have to pay more attention.
Yeah.
So those to me are challenges. And also I'm always kind of like, well, do you really need to get this? Because it's like sometimes the sizes aren't right. So I read a little more the language and all this stuff. So it definitely is something. It slows you down. You can't necessarily be in a rush or haste, which I was, to just be like, okay, I got to fill the house, I got to get the stuff. So I was driving all over the place, making myself crazy because I had guests coming. But if you have the luxury of taking your time a little bit, like, even if you're forced to, I think it's better, because in the end, you do end up with probably something you really like and you love, because like you said, it's going to be custom made
And solid, that's something
done
here
well.
too. I mean, you can even go to the like tianguis and they will make, there's like solid wood, essentially like bed platforms. Like you can find whatever you want here and the quality is going to be good, for the most part. But yeah.
Definitely. So anything else you all want to add, Tam?
Well, I think I just want to say, again, know what you want, know what you need, plan, get in touch with Michelle. She's going to lead you gently and softly through the path and introduce you to all the right people. Michelle is the person here that connects everybody.
Yes,
And
she
I mean,
is.
that's one of her superpowers.
No.
And I think, I go out, we went out last night to hear Sybil, who is
Yeah.
this amazing American woman who's lived here, and she's a singer. And, we danced to all the oldies and but goodies. But everybody is just, and it doesn't matter, black, white, Mexican, everybody just, I think, happy to be here and be out of the confusion and all the, vitriol sometimes that's happening today. And there was just a sense of joy,
Yeah.
I think, which is really important. And I think it's a good lesson to let go a little bit of our egos and go with the flow.
Yeah.
Going against the flow is always tough. So we're here, we're in a new country, and I think, we go with the flow. It's not America.
Yeah, that's true.
And I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
Architecture and the color and everything, rich history, rich, yeah.
I would say know your weaknesses, identify them, and get help for them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I really think that having a successful move is what you said, but also not just know your weaknesses, but know yourself, like know thyself in terms of, okay, because there are people who can really wing it, right? I'm not one of them. I can wing it, but I can't wing the living situation.
Yeah.
I want to know where I'm resting my head. And sometimes I think, okay, for example, traveling, I don't necessarily need luxury. I like kind of a little bit of a challenge, like, okay, when I get there, let me try to figure out ABC. But I've already done a little research and things like that. But it's because I know myself and I know that I have the ability, maybe if this night is miserable, I can get up and go and pay for something a little bit more, right? Know your situation. But I think that sometimes people don't really plan enough for what their tolerance level is. Like you said, know the weakness, but also understand, like, what's my tolerance level if this doesn't go the way I think it could go, because it's not always going to go that way. And also, I want to say this from experience is, question everything. Like, seriously, question the price, question the situation. And I've learned to really, really tap in and listen to my instincts and my intuition here. In so many ways, it's like, know also your rights as a foreigner, because sometimes people will try to push the envelope and the scenario just a little bit. And you also need to understand that you also have rights and you also have a voice. And, if you need to get help for something or a situation, get it and ask questions. And if it doesn't sound right, probably isn't, just like it would be in the US. Just because you don't speak the language doesn't mean someone is not going to help you. You just have to kind of keep asking the right questions. As I always say, tapping into the community, hopefully getting someone in your personal circle that's on your side and really looking out for you as much as possible, I think is really key and important to successful transition to your new chapter. Yes, I'm super excited for all of you. Yes, yay. Anyway, if there's nothing else, yeah.
Well, hold on, let me say something super quick. That is in the vein of like knowing yourself. I think that as far in advance as possible, start working on yourself. I am huge on therapy, so I'm always going to tell people, like, just get it out. Talk to someone. Also, as far as getting help in the other way, it's okay to allow people to help you. Like, I have spent the majority of my life being on my own. People say they're going to do something, they flake out. So I've just had this defense up, like, I have to do it on my own. And I've convinced myself that, and that's not the case. And yes, get you a community, not just, the Black community, which is very strong, and we support each other, and it really is beautiful. But there's a whole entire city. First of all, there's a whole entire country in Mexico, but I've just come into contact with my little language exchanges or people that I meet when I'm, getting my acai bowl and sitting and talking, and people just invite you places. And if you are not here, like, just being open, just open to live, like how you mentioned, just go with the flow, because you don't want to limit yourself. Like, you have no idea what's out there waiting for you, the things that you would enjoy that you've never tried. I mean, just be, and this is something that you can start while you're in the US. Like, you can start that today. Just, just like, yeah, okay. That was all I had to say.
And maybe one thing I could say, all those things that you think are missing here, may just be a business opportunity for you, I mean, you're like, well, if this is a service that a lot of people are looking for, why not me? So don't just look at it as an obstacle. Oh my God, they don't have it. Well, maybe I could do something to provide it, So I think it's pretty open, you would say, Michelle, to that kind of opportunity here as well.
Right. And I also think it's not as difficult as people may perceive it because of the language, it's just making sure you set yourself up. Like, I had someone write me a couple weeks ago, and I may have mentioned this last week, I don't remember, but the question she's like, I really want to leave the US. Do you think I could come down and make, I think it was floral arrangements and bring them and sell them to hotels? And I was just kind of like, first of all, you got to get your residency, like,
Yeah.
process
Yes.
to starting a business here. And, I understand that frustration that some people have, that, feeling like a cat in a box, as I've been there, where you're like, oh, I got to make a change. But I think, again, you need to know yourself, your situation, what's your plan in some way. It doesn't have to be a perfect plan. It doesn't have to be the straight, direct thing. But it needs to be something where you're thinking through, if you needed to survive after starting a business, well, that starts with, you have to have your residency. You gotta apply, you gotta get there some way, somehow. And also, is my business needed in this area, right? That particular thing, I don't think so, because, there's a lot of people around who create really beautiful things. And I mean, the hotels here are very lavish and fancy, a lot of
Yeah,
them.
for sure.
It could be, I'm not saying no to it. I'm just saying you need to be in the space to really explore. But I do really strongly believe that in San Miguel, especially, and probably a lot of other places, because there are more and more foreigners coming, that there's some talent that you can bring that someone needs, and in a group. And I think that it makes sense, to explore that. And I want to add to that a little bit more, because I was speaking earlier on Black Blossom, which is co
I'm so excited.
I'm gonna do with Tracy next year. And we're doing a wellness retreat in Oaxaca, here in Mexico. Yes, I'm excited too. I can't wait. I just feel like I need it. But what I wanted to say is, we were interviewing Tahara, who's going to be providing her yoga, and sunrise yoga every morning, and all the things. But I was telling Tahara that I was very proud of her too, because she's been here for a few years, right? And the few years that she's been here, I've seen her grow. I mean, she's a much younger person as well, but she's grown into, and we had a yoga session with her here at
On
Casa
Sunday,
Elm
yeah.
on Sunday night, and I was also playing my sound bowls and things like that. And, I was saying to her, I've seen her kind of try to like find her path and what it is. And it just, for me, it's a beautiful thing to see people kind of finding their way and doing something they love, and being able to grow here in the space that they want to be in. I mean, she probably could go back to the US if she wanted to. She's younger, and say, oh, I'm just gonna get a job or whatever, And she literally said, I didn't know what I wanted to do in school. I was talking to my therapist, and they were giving me some advice. They said either do running or try yoga. She tried running, didn't like it, then started doing yoga. And she said, I kind of started doing it for my personal things. And now she teaches classes. She's going to be a part of our retreat. She's planning on doing her own yoga retreats. And this is like 3 years later. So for me to see that kind of like development and growth, and people who've come and just found, like Mona Lisa's kind of, also finding her way and hooking us up here and there with the hair. It's like, you just never know, right? Sometimes your talent can be how you earn your money. So I think that it makes sense sometimes to explore that as well. Yeah. So I see a few people chatting here. Did you want to add anything? You good? No? Good.
Yeah, just be open
Yeah.
and jump right in.
Yep. Open your arms and jump in. Do a belly flop.
It's soft. It's not gonna hurt. It's gonna be soft, like a cloud.
Jump in and build wings on the way up, and you have a lot of people here to support you here, so.
Absolutely. This
It's a
community is the
beautiful
bomb.
city, it's like magical,
Yeah.
it really is.
Tracy said it right earlier on our interview. She was like, our community is dope. I was like, it is. It really is. It really is. I don't know about anybody else. I'm not going to talk about one in another place, because I haven't been there, but yeah, I really love it here. I just want to say thank you and welcome to Michelle, also at Miss Ingenuity. She is our official tea sponsor.
Ooh, yes.
Um,
I'm gonna have some tonight too. It's right there in my cupboard.
Yes, please make sure you check her out. Her website, she ships in the United States, Ingenuity and Spice Company. She has basically given us bags and bags of her amazing flavored teas. I mean, so many flavors. I've made iced tea. The ladies have been
That's
enjoying
great.
iced
Love her
tea.
teas.
Yes.
Yes,
There's
yes.
have tea in the morning, night, whenever they want to. So I just want to say thank you to her. And I'm reading your comment. I kind of need my glasses, y'all.
I had to put my contacts in.
I don't think mine will help you.
No, probably not. Let's see what she said. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Cheryl. And she said Michelle was saying something about an experience she had with someone trying to show her something. Now it won't let me scroll back up. Sorry. But yeah, hopefully you got to where you needed to get to. Let's see, Cheryl. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we don't want to be petty. There's no point in being petty. We grown down here. We are grown in San Miguel. For me, I feel like we're human and we're all gonna feel something at some point in time, but I think it's always good to step back and check yourself a little bit. And if you feel a certain way, first of all, make sure you got enough rest. Right? I would say that if I feel a
Did you
certain
eat
way, I'm like,
today?
what time of day is it? Oh, it's after 7. I need to get some sleep. And tomorrow I'm going to revisit these thoughts and understand how I feel tomorrow, right? Because it's important, I think, for us to not adapt what, in my opinion, the United States media has really portrayed us as women, Black women, women in general, as very negative with all these crazy reality TV shows, which I never watched and allowed them into my home. I know they're entertainment. I know a lot of people watch them. I'm not knocking you, but I never let that energy come through my TV into my space ever. That's not me. I love things like Project Runway, things like this. I love the singing shows and all that. So I just wanted to say that, here it feels very different and the support is different. And I feel that there's so much that we can bring to the table, from some good food, some seafood,
Some oxtail.
oxtails, Jamaican, Caribbean, soul food, whatever, to
Dumplings.
art. We need some Afro art up in this place. We need
Yeah.
music. And when I say we need it, I'm not trying to change the Mexican culture at all. I'm just saying they are already embracing it on their own. Like everywhere we go, they are naturally playing this music that we love, that is coming from
R&B. They love the 90s R&B.
it's amazing to me. They play stuff that I'm like, oh, that sounds great. Like whose idea was that? Who put that playlist together? So the point simply is that, I think we're all embraced around the world. And we're embracing this culture. And I think that if there's something we can bring to the table, we should. I want to say welcome really quickly to Pam. Looking forward to hearing the discussion on exit to Mexico soon. Okay, good. Hi. Thanks for the encouragement. Absolutely. Oh, that's from Iona.
Iona.
Blessings. ID. Thank you. Yeah, make sure you like the video. Thank you for reminding me to say that. Bus Cats Explore. No more unnecessary drama. Nope, no more unnecessary drama, really and truly. If you got drama, just try to, mellow out with that and come and do a temazcal.
Let go and let flow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Get delivered from that.
Yes, exactly. So, all right, Cheryl, you have a safe trip. You said see y'all tomorrow. She's coming back. I wish you were able to stay here, but she was a guest before. I hope I get to connect with you during your stay. And I want to say, if anyone still wants to come to our October meetup, we're sold out here at Casa Elm, but we still have general admission tickets. Several people have gotten general admission tickets. Tell us about your Soul House, the Soul House.
Oh, well, the Soul House, we're going to be doing a Dia de los Muertos event. And I need to get you that sales page, Michelle. But yeah, I have to see if there's some tentative people that are coming. So I need to see if there's any availability. But if you go to the SOL house dot MX. You can just shoot an email.
Is it .com .mx or just,
Dot MX, yeah.
okay, soulhouse.mx.
Dot MX, yeah.
I'm
And
gonna,
if you go there, there is a contact us form.
it changed it,
Oh,
spell
it
check.
didn't like it. Did I mess it up?
No,
Oh.
it changed it to the dollhouse. It's not the
Oh,
doll,
well, hold on. That sounds like, okay, I don't know about that.
right? That sounds a little, you said the soul, SOL house
Yep,
.mx.
dot MX, yeah. And you can just shoot me an email and I can let you know if there's any availability for the meetup or later
Or Dia de
in
los
the
Muertos.
year.
So April's gonna be doing Dia de los Muertos at her space. I've done it for the last 3 years, but because my dad passed on November 1st of last year, and it's a lot of beautiful work and an amazing event to celebrate anyone that has gone on before us. But I wanted to take this year to not run around like a chicken without a head and be able to maybe be in your space and just, show up and honor this special holiday in Mexico. So if
Yeah.
you're in town, and yeah, please support. And Jackie, this is kind of, we're still working on it. Jackie and I have decided to do another Soulful Sunday Thanksgiving brunch.
Ooh,
Did the Sunday before Thanksgiving here at Casa. We're still working on it, the menu and all the things, but I'm gonna put that out there. And I may add it as a whole week if you wanna come for a whole week and stay here at Casa. So we'll see, yeah, we'll put it out there, we'll see. Yeah, I'm always
and
looking.
Jackie also is catering. She's going to be preparing gourmet cuisine with fresh, locally sourced ingredients for the Dia de los Muertos event. So, yeah, it's going to be lunch. It'll be a photographer here. It will be for makeup artists. You can get everything from
Katrina.
like the traditional all the way to the candy skulls with the eyelashes. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And we're gonna take a shuttle. So a shuttle will leave here, take us down to the parade, and then after the parade, you can, stay as long as you want to in Centro. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So
Gonna be very cool. I'm excited about it. And by the way, I just want to give Jackie a plug. Chef Jackie, she does soul food and she's done her like mac and cheese, her 7 mac and cheese, right?
yeah,
Cheeses, mac and cheese.
yeah.
She's done gumbo and she's at some of the markets and has sold some of her things and products in the store. And she also is kind of private chef for events and things like that. Her food is good.
Oh, it's delicious.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, so if
yeah.
you're here, you want to have a private party or anything like that, she's also going to be setting up a space to do events like dinner type events. So very excited about all of it. So again, here are people coming and spreading their wings and sharing their talents with the local community as well. So super exciting. Anywho, all right. Well, thank you all for being here tonight. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for listening in. Welcome to everyone. Buscats Explore. That's my last person signing on. Thank you. We appreciate you. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to contact us on info@casaelm.com. Sean, on my way to SMA Casa. Meet you at the end of the month. Okay, yes. Yes, I'm excited. We do have some other things happening. Please be sure to go to Casa Elm events page and check them out. Okay, if you want to come down, have a fantastic night, and thank you to all my beautiful ladies
Hi, thank
for
you,
being on and
Shonda.
sharing your story
Thanks for having
tonight.
us.
My pleasure. Hold on a second. Let me.
Bye.
There we go. All right, because it has a delay.
Yes.
If I cut it off, it'll cut the conversation. Like, no.